gonna give y'all some time to get into here. I'm gonna let y'all get in here. I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to get in here. What's going on? We almost at 500 subscribers, so please get those subscribers up. Please get those likes up, you guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. As y'all can see by the title, we about to get into some things. We're doing a reaction video today on BloodHound Jeff. We're doing a reaction video today from Trap Lord Ross from BloodHound Jeff. Okay? So that's what we're about to get into today. I'm waiting for y'all to come in so we can start the show. Our last video did 11,000 views with Scarlett. Our last live hit 11,000 views. So let's get this live up again, y'all. Okay? I'm just waiting on everybody to come in. So I'm waiting on everybody to come in and I'm gonna start the show, okay? So if you just tuned in, we are doing a reaction video to Trap Lord Ross regarding BloodHound Jeff. Okay? We're doing a reaction video for Trap Lord Ross regarding BloodHound Jeff. Okay? So I'm finna wait for everybody to get in here. I'm about to wait for y'all to get in here, but I'm about to just start the show. What's going on? Make sure you hit that like button.
Family seemingly mostly lived around the same area, the east side of Chicago.
BloodHound Lil Jeff story today. Can you start by telling us where you from?
Chicago, east side of Chicago. East side of Chicago.
East side.
However, this east side is not to be confused with the official east side, which is one of the 77 community areas of Chicago located in the far south side of the city. The unofficial east side, on the other hand, which is where Lil Jeff grew up, is mainly part of the Chicago folklore, and thus its exact borders are often heavily debated by locals, with many even arguing that everything in the south side, from State Street all the way to Lake Michigan, actually counts as the east side, which would even include hoods like the infamous O Block and their main rivals SDL-EBT and Jarrow City. And on the other side of the Washington Park, also hoods like Tay Savage's Welch World. Yet these hoods are typically not discussed as being part of the east side, but rather simply being part of the south side, as in the case of O Block SDL.
So y'all believe that?
Specifically in the case of Welch World, part of the so-called low end, another area that's deep.
They said everything on the south side.
Covers the area on the south side from the state to the lake.
They say everything on the south side from the state to the lake is considered the east side. Y'all agree with that? In Chicago, everything from state to lake is the east side. Art of War. Hey lady, you good today? I'm great every day, sweetheart. Do y'all agree with that? Y'all think everything from the state to the lake is the east side in Chicago? Or no?
Lake north of Washington Park. In the drill culture specifically, the east side has become particularly known for hoods that exist roughly south of 67th Street. With this street and the two huge green spaces, the Jackson Park and Oakwood Cemetery, that border the street, creating a natural boundary in the north. However, there are also sets on the north side of the 67th line of where the east side ends when going westwards from Lake Michigan is much more ambiguous, with the State Street and the I-94 next to it generally acting as a sort of last cut-off point. In the drill scene, this east side is known particularly for gangs like G Herbo and Lil Bibby's crew NLMB, which is made up of two clicked-up gang sets, No Limit and the Muskegon Boys, with these initials creating the NLMB moniker, which has also been used to stand for Never Leave My Brothers. However, NLMB's hood is located in the South Shore neighborhood, which is located very close to the shores of Lake Michigan, and is infamously known by the locals as Terror Town, a place with a long history for being particularly dangerous. Whereas when it came to Lil Jeff, his family seemed to mostly stay in a much more central area around the Grand Crossing and Chatham community areas, which generally have been much lesser discussed in the drill scene before Lil Jeff's recent blow-up, although the area has seen its fair share of rappers since the early 2010s repping these specific hoods. Now, Lil Jeff's family has long ties to the streets in the area. His father, Jeffrey Sr.
My bad, y'all.
Is only about 0.3 miles from the location where Lil Jeff would eventually lose his life. While there's not much available...
My bad, I got some groceries coming.
His father was born in the early 80s, and thus he and his set were likely at their most active around the turn of the millennium, to throughout the 2000s. What we do know with some certainty is that Jeff's family were closely connected with the very people that Jeff would later go to war with, including the person alleged by many to have been the one to gun him down, although there's no real evidence at the moment to prove he was the actual trigger man. But what can be said with more certainty is that close to the hood of Jeff's father, there would be another large hood that would end up playing a very large role in the street beefs that Jeff would get involved in. This hood was well known in Chicago even back in the 90s and 2000s when Jeff's dad was more active in the streets, and its history likely even goes much further back than that. Their hood was called the Lawn City. For example, in the classic 1996 song by Chicago rapper D.A. Smart titled Walk With Me, he lists several Chicago hoods all around the area, with one of the bars referencing Lakeside, Paxtown, and Lot City. As Smart mentions how both black disciples and gangster
Hit the like button, y'all. Let's get the likes up.
But while Lakeside and Paxtown have more or less stayed intact until this day, at least in name, Lot City would eventually break apart, therefore it's not included in the modern gangnames. However, during the late 90s, in the trial against Larry Hoover, the infamous founder and leader of the Gangster Disciples, or GDs, one of the former members of Hoover's GDs, who turned informant, would give a very detailed description about the Lot City's territory at the time, this territory allegedly covering everything from 78th Street to 83rd Street. And that feeling when you're crazy.
What's up, y'all?
Thrive in business.
Did y'all get a notification that I was on live? Did y'all get a notification that I was on live or no? Y'all got a notification? Okay. Cool. Hold on, y'all. Let me go get my DoorDash. Hold on.
Street to Sunny Island Avenue. This territory being absolutely.
Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I had to get my groceries. Hold on. Alright, my bad, y'all. It says you good today. Hey, lady, what's up? Hi, what's up? I'm back. What's up? What's up, y'all? Y'all got the, y'all see what we talking about today? Y'all see what I'm doing? I'm about to do a reaction video. If y'all just came in, get the likes up. Get me up to 500. We have 480. We have 485 subscribers. Let's get me up to 500, y'all. Y'all ready?
Enormous by modern Chicago bank standards. However, their main spots were seemingly on the 79th Street, such as 79th and Evans, which is just a stone's throw away from the 79th in Maryland that Jeff would later begin to claim. One of the highest ranking GDs of the 90s, Shorty G, real name Gregory Shell, would even allegedly live in Lodge City. Shorty G would also have a prodigy in Lodge City called Will Frank, real name Frank Smith, who would later rise to the top of the leadership of the original GDs before he was given a life sentence in 2023 for allegedly organising a killing of another high-ranking GD member as part of a leadership dispute. Due to its large size, Lodge City had likely always had smaller sets working within it, both GD and BD, although the area has seemingly been majority GD. However, coming into the 2010s, Lodge City, like most Chicago hoods, had lost the majority of its original structure due to the collapse of the traditional gang hierarchies during the 2000s, which led to the large gangs like the BDs and GDs to break into small neighborhood sets without any central leadership between them. In Lodge City, these separate sets were also becoming more independent, particularly 6 sets that were known as A-Tray Mob, Evans Mob, Hit Squad, Mix Mob, Wiz City, and Drill City, the latter of which would eventually become Lil Jeff's set. According to Chiracologists, these individual sets would eventually break Lodge City apart completely due to some of the BD sets backdooring the original GD leaders of Lodge City. In the aftermath of this breakup, what's now known as Mix Mob would seemingly keep wrecking Lodge City even after the breakup. Meanwhile, Drill City would seemingly get its name around the same time as the Chicago drill movement was started. Chicago drill music being the ultra-violent evolution of gangster rap, with beats inspired by Atlanta trap, gritty lyrics all about real crimes that were actually happening in Chicago. With this set having some of the first pioneering drill artists, such as the rapper known as Fat Smack, who's in fact the actual cousin of the rapper Pac-Man, who hails from the nearby Grove City hood and is generally considered to have been the original.
So we going over this Trap Lord Ross video, you guys.
It might be real or a magic mystery, but I make you disappear. Ooh, history. I know you sick with me, but Mac is the antidote. So if you act fruity, I have to split your cantaloupe. Hey man, you know this is Pac-Man, Mr. Grove City. I have, man. Hey, I tell you, the coupe looking like a Sunday, top the Maserati. Butter banana cuts.
Y'all think he the one who started drill music or no? Pac-Man?
See the more crocodile's pocket watching like she gon' rob. I swipe for a room, penthouse, be at the devil. Tattoo name on my neck and on my stomach too.
Already in late 2010, Fat Smack would put out a mixtape titled The Day in Drill City. This
Probably. Y'all think Pac-Man was the one who started drill music? I ain't never heard him though.
Crazy, which generally
I can't agree to that.
Renegade gangster. This means that they generally don't adhere to any central structure of a historical gang like the BDs or GDs, and essentially are willing to go to war with or kill people that descended from the same original gang as them. It seems that Drill City will first call with another set of former Lodge City called Wiz City or Whisper City, named after a boy called Whisper, aka Wiz, who seemingly died in 2008 from medical complications. Similarly as Drill City being bar none, Wiz City would be known as Brain Dead. This generally also meaning that they are insane or renegade BDs, who again don't abide by any centralized BD leadership and are willing to go to war with other BDs. In the very early 2010s, Wiz City was seemingly already beefing hard with several of the former Lodge City sets, including Evans Mob, Mix Mob, and A-Tray Mob.
Hey man, so I want to talk about that music tomorrow, man. This music is ridiculous, man.
Get those likes up.
First of all, you say that like that. Y'all I'm on this house arrest.
Y'all, that's crazy. That's crazy, y'all.
Meanwhile, it appears that Drill City members were originally much more open to linking up with different sets, even ones that were already at war with Wiz City, such as Evans Mob and possibly even Mix Mob, which might be why someone on Reddit presenting them as having lived in the area during the late 2000s and early 2010s describes Drill City as playing sides.
Well, the hip hop is back. It's dropping its first cast album.
I want to put this album together with real artists.
With new love.
I'm going to bring the guy that I'm going out with.
And full defense.
That's it.
Meanwhile, another Redditor claims that Wiz City was getting close with the TYFB set, which is known from the early drill culture to get shout-outs of them.
So is y'all following along? Is y'all following along what's going on? Y'all seeing what he talking about? He basically talking about he's talking about the history of like Bloodhound Jeff, the area that he was from, the history of the area. Like he's basically talking about everything like that. Are you guys following along with this? Have you ever partied with Diddy? I'm not to block you. Stop asking questions like that. Are you on the run? No, I'm not on the run. I just told y'all I wear this mask because it's a part of my brand now. Make sure y'all subscribe though. I'm almost at 500. I'm almost at 500 subscribers, so make sure y'all get me right there before I start getting promotion. I'm about to start promoting my channel. So get me up to 500 subscribers, y'all. Have y'all heard of Bloodhound Jeff before? Do y'all know who that is? Have y'all ever heard of Bloodhound Jeff? If you've heard of Bloodhound Jeff, put a 1. Put a 1 if you've heard of Bloodhound Jeff. So he's a Chicago drill rapper, and he was gunned down about 2 months ago. And Trap Lord Ross did a documentary about him, so that's what we're reviewing right now. We're going over the documentary with Trap Lord Ross because he basically made a documentary about Bloodhound Jeff. So that's what we're doing. So basically giving you guys history of the situation. So yeah.
Drill City was beefing with TYMB. There were even rumors that they killed one of their most loved members in 2012, a young man known in the streets as Obama. Real name Reginald Smith, the 24-year-old was shot and killed in a walk-up style attack on the 6500 block of South Drexel Avenue. The wildest rumors even claimed that this killing led to one of the Drill City members getting kidnapped by TYMB before getting released for a 10K ransom. However, the consensus among Chiracologists seems to be that Obama was more likely killed by a member from another set that would become very close with Drill City. But more about that later. In any case, TYMB continues to be one of Drill City's longest pops, which is at least partly why
I know, right?
why sometimes.
Where is Black Kirby? Y'all send him a message. Where is Black Kirby?
With City's alliance with TYMB would allegedly cause Drill City to separate themselves.
I know, right?
Ally fully with their biggest ops.
Hold on.
Instead, this alliance eventually going with City K and vice versa, with City members vowing to K or kill anyone from Mixmar or Drill City. The war between all these former Lost City sets would only keep escalating in the years to come, and alliances would keep changing over time. But moving forward, Drill City would seemingly also keep certain enemies that stayed the same, such as the majority GD sets, A-Tray Mob, Evans Mob, and Hit Squad, who have seemingly always stayed relatively united with each other and against Drill City and BNC, as well as the Brain Dead BD set with City and another nearby Brain Dead BD set called MTV 079 or Money Through Vernon.
I heard before, like, you know, all this violence started. I heard, like, y'all was, everybody, every hood was all in one. Like, y'all used to go by Lawn City or the Lawn. Is that true or not?
Yeah, Lawn City is like the whole area.
Like from Shadow Town?
Yeah, Tyler.
But y'all was a part of Lawn, y'all hood was a part of Lawn City, right?
Yeah.
Lawn City movement.
Drill City and all that shit.
You know,
I ain't gonna lie,
I ain't saying how it, like, you know, how it happened, but I'll say what year would y'all say all this broke apart?
I ain't gonna lie, from 2009, 2010.
What's up, Black Kirby? Yes, you did.
That's when really everybody like all the
Yo, Black Kirby. Did you see the title? Did you see the title? Yeah. So we doing a reaction video to Trap Lord Ross, y'all. That's what we doing about Bloodhound Jeff.
You talking about like for A-Tray and Evans Mob? They be saying the shorty BDs too.
yeah, we got some bees. For the fall, like, yeah, like, we just know everybody in this fuck. We ain't say long.
Out of these three majority GD sets, Evans Mob is perhaps best known through their early 2010s connection with the infamous Washington Park-based set 600, due to two of their members, 600 Breezy and S-Dot, having a childhood and family connection to this set. Evans Mob is also known for a now classic moment in drill history, when two of their members would catch an infamous was drill rapper Lil Reese from Lamrock, aka the Grim Reaper. With this video causing the so-called Lil Reese Bootgate, as people would claim
Black Kirby,
visible skin
you like my laptop better or my other phone better?
Chicago drill debated for years, and one which fans would eventually go all in on, analysing the patterns of the specific boxes that the Grim Reaper had been wearing that day, to eventually debunk the theory and prove that it was all a big conception all along, as the alleged brown stain actually turned out to just be part of the design of that particular set of boxes. But anyway, A-Train Mob are a lesser known set to the average drill listener, although they too would have some rappers attempting to come up in the original drill wave, with artists like Don Darius and Melvin Mild dropping some early songs that would gather some decent views, such as their 2013 music video for a remix of the Lil Durk song Competition, where one A-Train member can be seen proudly presenting his shirt which says MTBK, BNCK, and Wiz 60K. Hitsborn, on the other hand, is
yeah, I got a new mask and a laptop.
His real name, Marlon Matos, who was killed in 2010, being shot in the head. Now, these are already many sets to keep track of, but ultimately, these were just the sets from the original Lost City Hood. Whilst the story of Lil Jeff also includes numerous sets from nearby the original Lost City, because during the early drill era, while Lil Jeff was still just a young boy with dreams of pro basketball, his big brother, Jay Boogie, would jump headfirst into the streets, becoming friends with the very people that Jeff would later want to kill so bad that it ended up costing him his own life.
You guys, so I think it's crazy how
securely store your passwords, so you can sign in with just a click. Fast, safe, yours.
they say Bloodhound Jeff used to look up to King Von.
For many fans of Lil Jeff, his big brother Jay Boogie is perhaps best known.
So they say he used to be a real big fan of King Von. He was like looking up to him. People used to compare him to King Von. What y'all think? Y'all think Bloodhound Jeff was a baby King Von or no? You be on all the update news. Oh yeah, I gotta stay on topic. Cause like I say, like, and here we only seeing like 5 people, but like it be thousands of people viewing this. Yeah, yep. Trap Lord Ross, bro. That's why I reacted to him, cause I'm like, come on, man, like that's crazy. That's why I'm reviewing it, cause like, really, Trap Lord Ross, what you talking about, bro? Crazy. Hold on, y'all. Crazy work. You say he was better than King Von? You think he was better than King Von? I don't listen to Trap Lord Ross, that nigga from OE. Hey, Trap Lord Ross says from London on this. Trap Lord Ross from London on y'all ass. Hey, if Trap Lord Ross can react to it, I know I can. That's all I'm trying to say. If y'all let Trap Lord Ross react to this shit, come on, man. Give me up to 500 subscribers. Y'all voting. Y'all bogus. If Trap Lord Ross from London, come on, man. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right.
The profile picture of Lil Jeff's Instagram account. However, Jay Boogie is almost 5 years older than Jeff and has had a long history by himself in the streets of Chicago. His name being familiar to many of those drill fans who will follow the scene since its inception. Both Boogie and Jeff seemingly spent their early years in the far south side of Chicago in the Burnside neighborhood, more specifically in a hood called Flipside, which reps the 93rd Street, with Jeff attending the CICS elementary school close by on the 95th Street. Boogie,
damn, I remember Flipside. Damn, hold on. Flipside.
Flipside, Tay, would unfortunately be killed in August 2014, with Flipside starting to call their Tay block in his honor. However,
You was from Flipside, yo. Damn, I remember Flipside.
his big brother Jay Boogie is perhaps best known for being the profile picture of Lil
That's
Jeff.
crazy how I remember Flipside, y'all.
He is older than Jeff.
Damn.
His name being familiar to many of those
It's Flipside for me. I remember Flipside.
He spent their early years in the far south side of Chicago.
Y'all still call it Flipside? Damn, we called it Flipside back then.
Which reps the 93rd
That's
Street.
funny.
Jeff attending the CICS elementary school close by on the 95th Street. Boogie, who was at the time also going by the name Young Khalifa, would be close with one of the most loved members of Flipside, called Tay, who would
Damn.
unfortunately be killed in August 2014, with Flipside starting to call their hill Tay Block in his honor. However, it seems that before Tay's death, Boogie would seem...
I used to live over there. That's by Burnside on like 93rd and Burnside. That's over there in that area. I used to live over there. That's what we used to call it.
Also known as Little Chris, who was killed all the way back in 2010 by a man named Cordell Glover, known as Wheezy or Wee, allegedly from the EBP set. Little Chris was seemingly part of TYMB and can be seen in all pictures with them. Chris World would then begin as a faction within TYMB or YMB, meaning Young Money Boys, as the set was known before they would eventually change their name in honor of a dead member.
Yeah, South.
Real name Everett Walker,
Over East.
killed a year earlier,
Over
in
East.
2009 during a particularly violent night where 4 people died in 3 shootings. But while TYMB was primarily wrecking the 65th Street, Chris World would begin to wreck the 66th Street, which Chris had seemingly frequented, even though he would in fact live in the 64th Street. Around this time, TYMB, the newly founded Chris World, and Wick City, would later become known as O-Block, were all seemingly pretty close with each other, with their main ops being sets like SDL EBT. However, this would allegedly change when Obama from TYMB was killed in March 2012, with many now seemingly thinking that his killer was a man called Kenny Mack, not to be confused with the Kenny Mack from the FBG Duck murder case, or several other Kenny Macks from different sets all over Chicago. This Kenny Mack was part of Chris World, by all accounts, one of the central members in that faction. According to some show archaeologists, Obama's death was the result of the dice game gone bad. It makes sense, given that even though...
Give me to 500 tonight, y'all. We at like 480. We like at 486.
Others have claimed that the beef between TYMB and Chris World actually goes back way before Obama's murder, with some drill fans claiming that one of TYMB's top rappers, Money Man, was in fact already dissing Chris World in a song together with Obama back in May 2011, with it being suggested that this dissing then led to Obama's death. However, in fact, Money Man appears to be shouting out Chris World just like he shouts out several other people before them, including E-Day from 600, Rock Shot from Wick City, who would later become known as Ogle, meaning that around this time, the two sets were seemingly still on good terms. But what does seem clear is that the beef between TYMB and Chris World would indeed begin even before Obama's murder. While there's even a photo of J. Boogie himself seemingly throwing up a Y in January 2012, a few months before Obama's death, while hanging with a rapper Bad Habit affiliated with Chris World. Already later that same month, a girl affiliated with Chris World would make a post on Facebook saying F the other side, while this is YMB, aka TYMB, and also shouting out 3 sets, Chris World, Trap City, and Drill City. It appears that even before Obama's murder, TYMB had been beefing particularly hard with another Woodlawn-based set, this set being called Trap City, also known as Zone 7, with the 7 representing the 67th Street, they would claim, more specifically, the intersection of 67 and Rhodes. This location is only 0.2 miles from the intersection of 67 and Langley, that Jay Boogie would post his Facebook in September 2012, this being the first photo that he still has up on his page. Trap City and TYMB's beef was at this point well established, with beloved members like a 17-year-old named Rio, real name Brian Gibson, having allegedly also been killed by TYMB in October 2011. Trap City and TYMB had also been beefing through music, such as the TYMB member B Gutter releasing a diss song towards Trap City called Gangbang 067K Diss in January 2012, a song where he dissed numerous members and ended the song with an outro, sending a clear message to both Trap City and Drill City, as well as shouting out TYMB's allies at the time, Wick City, aka O-Block, Lamrock, 600, and Mac Creek, which at the time was a faction that was part of Drove City. It seems that as early as late 2011, Chris World had been getting increasingly close with Trap City, process cementing their beef with TYMB. Therefore, when Obama was eventually killed in March 2012, Trap City and Chris World...
Did y'all ever hear of Obama in 2012 dying? I ain't never heard of Obama either.
Other Chris World members were now in active war with TYMB, together with Trap City, also Drill City, or 06679, as they would call themselves collectively based on their respective streets, 66, 67, and 79th Streets. TYMB's revenge for the murder of Obama would allegedly come in August 2012 when Trap City member Scooter, real name Johnny Howell, was gunned down in Trap City's hood. Needless to say that going into 2013, the war between TYMB and the 06679 was getting increasingly heated, with TYMB members even making custom shirts where they would exclusively diss.
So I wanted y'all to see this too in this interview.
Music side with Money Man releasing a music video April, with city members vowed to pay or kill anyone from Mixmob or Drill City. The war between all these former long city.
Everyone was all in one. Like,
I wanted y'all to see when they said Chicago got bad. They said it got bad in like 2012.
Like the chat said, I'm so
met, the 24-year-old was shot and killed in a walk-up style attack on the 6500 block of South Drexel Avenue. The wildest rumors even claimed that this killing led to one of the Drill City members getting kidnapped by TYMB before getting released for a 10K ransom. However, the consensus among Chiracologists seems to be that Obama was more likely killed by a member from another set that would become very close with Drill City. But more about that later. In any case, TYMB continues to be one of Drill City's longest pops, which is at least partly why even Lil Jeff will drop a Y sometimes in his music videos and on social media. At the time though, Wiz City's alliance with TYMB would allegedly cause Drill City to separate themselves from them.
Hold on, y'all.
Fully with their biggest pops, Mixmob instead. This alliance
Can y'all see this better?
DCMM, or Drill City Mixmob, as represented by Fatsnack, another Drill City member, Leaky, in their 2013 song by the same name. They would also openly claim to be Wiz City K, and vice versa, with Wiz City members vowing to K or kill anyone from Mixmob or Drill City. The war between all these former Lost City sets would only keep escalating in the years to come, and alliances would keep changing over time.
Yeah, see that better?
Drill City would seemingly also keep certain enemies that stayed the same, such as the majority GD sets, A-Train Mob, Evans Mob, and Hit Squad, who have seemingly always stayed relatively united with each other and against Drill City or BNC, as well as the Brain Dead BD set with City, and another nearby Brain Dead BD set called MTV 079 or Money Through Vernon.
I heard before, like, you know, all this, like, all the violence started. I heard, like, y'all was everybody, every hood was all in one. Like, y'all used to go by Lawn City or the Lawn. Is that true or not? Like, from Channel
I'm taking it too far, Black Kirby, with the light off.
Drill singing all that shit.
You know, come down outside though now.
I ain't gonna lie,
I ain't saying that, but like, how it happened, but I'll say what year, but I'll say all this broke apart.
I'm dead.
that's 2000,
Oh my God, Black Kirby is funny as hell.
2010, bro. That's what really everybody like all the.
Oh man.
The other side, they started telling video.
I think y'all can see this better.
That's a weird. I ain't gonna lie, we the only
You talking about like for X-ray and X-Mod? Maybe saying the shorty videos too.
Yeah, we got some videos on Golden Fall, like, yeah, like, we ain't just no everybody in this one person BD, we actually are.
I was gonna say,
Out of these three majority GD sets, Evans Mob is perhaps best known through their early 2010s connection with the infamous Washington Park-based set 600, due to two of their members, 600 Breezy and S-Dot, having a childhood and family connection to the set. Evans Mob is also known for a now classic moment in drill history, when two of their members would catch infamous drill rapper Lil Reese from Lamron, aka Grim Reaper, with this video causing the so-called Lil Reese poop gate, as people would claim that the video showed visible skid marks on Lil Reese's underwear. A stinky conspiracy in Chicago drill has been debated for years, and one which fans would eventually go all in on, analysing the patterns of the specific boxers that the Grim Reaper had been wearing that day, to eventually debunk the theory and prove that it was all a big conception all along, as the alleged brown stain actually turned out to just be part of the design of that particular set of boxers. But anyway, A-Train Mob are a lesser known set to the average drill listener, although they too would have some rappers attempting to come up with the original drill wave, with artists like Don Darius and Murder Marl dropping some early songs that would gather some decent views, such as their 2013 music video for a remix of the Lil Durk song competition, where one A-Train member can be seen proudly presenting his shirt which says MTVK, BNCK, with CTK. Hit Squad, on the other hand, is perhaps the smallest set out of these three, getting its name after a man called Hits, real name Marlon Bose, who was killed in 2010, being shot in the head. Now, these are already many sets to keep track of, but ultimately, these were just the sets from the original Lost City hood. Whilst the story of Lil Jeff also includes numerous sets from nearby the original Lost City, because during the early drill era, while Lil Jeff was still just a young boy with dreams of pro basketball, his big brother Jay Boogie would jump headfirst into the streets, becoming friends with the very people that Jeff would later want to kill so bad that it ended up costing him his own life. For many fans of Lil Jeff, his big brother Jay Boogie is perhaps best known for being the profile picture on Lil Jeff's Instagram account. However, Jay Boogie is almost 5 years older than Jeff and has had a long history by himself in the streets of Chicago. His name being familiar to many of those drill fans who have followed the scene since its inception. Both Boogie and Jeff seemingly spent their early years in the far south side of Chicago in the Burnside neighborhood, more specifically in a hood called Flipside, which reps the 93rd Street, with Jeff attending the CICS elementary school close by on the 65th Street. Boogie, who was at the time also going by the name Young Khalifa, would be close with one of the most loved members of Flipside, called Tay, who would unfortunately be killed in August 2014, with Flipside starting to call their hood Tay Block in his honour. However, it seems that before Tay's death, Boogie would seemingly either move more up north, or at least begin to spend more time around the Woodlawn neighbourhood, not far from Drill City's hood, with guys from a set called Chriswald. Chriswald is named after a 14-year-old boy called Christopher Travis, also known as Lil Chris, who was killed all the way back in 2010 by a man named Cordell Glover, known as Wheezy, or Wee Wee, allegedly from the EBT set. Lil Chris was seemingly part of TYMB, and can be seen in old pictures with them. Chriswald would then begin as a faction within TYMB, or YMB, meaning Young Money Boys, as the set was known before they would eventually change their name of a dead member called Ty, real name Everett Walker, who was killed a year earlier in 2009 during a particularly violent night where 4 people died in 3 shootings. While TYMB was primarily repping the 65th Street, Chriswald would begin to rep the 66th Street, which Chris had seemingly frequented, even though he would in fact live in 64th Street. Around this time, TYMB, the newly founded Chriswald, and Wick City, who would later become known as O-Block, were all seemingly pretty close with each other, with their main ops being sets like SDL EBT. However, this would allegedly change when Obama from TYMB was killed in March 2012, with many now seemingly thinking that his killer was a man called Kenny Mack, not to be confused with the Kenny Mack from the FBG Duck murder case, or several other Kenny Macks from different sets in the world of Chicago. This Kenny Mack was part of Chriswald, by all accounts, one of the central members in that faction. According to some Chiracologists, Obama's death was the result of the dice game gone bad, which makes sense, given that even though witnesses would seemingly describe the killer simply walking up to Obama, he was in fact found dead in a hallway. Others have claimed that the beef between TYMB and Chriswald actually goes back way before Obama's murder, with some drill fans claiming that one of TYMB's top rappers, Moneyman, was in fact already dissing Chriswald in a song together with Obama back in May 2011, with it being suggested that this dissing then led to Obama's death. However, in fact, Moneyman appears shouting out Chriswald, just like he shouts out several other people before them, including E-Day from 600, Bob Sean from Wick City, who would later become known as Oval, meaning that around this time, the two sets were seemingly still on good terms. But what does seem clear is that the beef between TYMB and Chriswald would indeed begin even before Obama's murder. While there's even a photo of J. Boogie himself seemingly throwing up the Y in January 2012, a few months before Obama's death, while hanging with a rapper Bad Habit affiliated with Chriswald, already later that same month, a girl affiliated with Chriswald would make a post on Facebook saying F the other side while dissing YMB, aka TYMB, and also shouting out 3 sets, Chriswald, Trap City, and Drill City. It appears that even before Obama's murder, TYMB had been beefing particularly hard with another Woodlawn-based set, this set being called Trap City, also known as Zone 7, with the 7 representing the 67th Street, they would claim, more specifically, the intersection of 67 and Rose. This location is only 0.2 miles from the intersection of 67th and Langley, and Jay Boogie would post his Facebook in September 2012, this being the first photo that he still has up on his page. Trap City and TYMB's beef was at this point well established, with beloved members like a 17-year-old named Rio, real name Brian Gibson, having allegedly also been killed by TYMB in October 2011. Trap City and TYMB had also been beefing through music, such as the TYMB member B Gutter releasing a diss song towards Trap City called Gangbang 067K Diss in January 2012, a song where he dissed numerous members and ended the song with an outro sending a clear message to both Trap City and Drill City, as well as shouting out TYMB's allies at the time, Wick City, aka O-Block, Lamrock, 600, Mac Creek, which at the time was a faction that was part of Drove City. It seems that as early as late 2011, Chriswald had been getting increasingly close with Trap City, in the process cementing their beef with TYMB. Then, for when Obama was eventually killed.
I'm gonna pause this, but y'all think that that's crazy, right? Like, that's crazy that they beef go all the way back to 2010. They beef go all the way back to 2020. It's 2025. Like, this is the longest war in history. Like, why is the war 15 years though? Like, this the longest war in history. We about to be in 2025. This war started in 2010. This man, it's bad. Trap Lord Ross got to get y'all back up history from 2010. Like, we in 2025. That's crazy work. That's crazy work, y'all. That don't make no sense. Like, this is the longest war in history type shit. Like, can y'all see this? Hold on.
Trap City and Chriswald would immediately become one of their targets for revenge, regardless of who may have been behind the murder. Jay Boogie and other Chriswald members were now connected war with TYMB, together with Trap City, and also Drill City, or 06679, as they would call themselves collectively based on their respective streets.
Yeah, I can see that.
79 streets. TYMB's revenge for the
I'm about to get some juice. Hold on.
Coming August 2012, Trap City member Scooter, real name Johnny Howell, was gunned down in Trap City 2. Needless to say, that going into 2013, the war between TYMB and 06679 was getting increasingly heated, with TYMB members even making custom shirts where they would exclusively diss these three sets. TYMB would also diss them heavily on the music side, with Money Man releasing a music video in April 2013, none other than Prince Dre from Oprah, where Prince Dre would shout out Lil Chris while paying tribute to what he called Chris Way, before Money Man would go in dropping a very disrespectful verse, dissing Drill City, including their rapper Fatsman, as well as rapper Tank Montana, who had been part of Mix Mob, Drill City, and the BloodHounds. He later changed his name to BloodHound Pothead. Money Man would also essentially admit to TYMB killing Scooter from Trap City before also dissing Griswold. A few months later in June, B Gutter would also re-release the song 067K Diss, this time with a music video where he can be seen driving around Trap City 2. Unfortunately, things weren't about to just stay online, and only a few months later, August 2013, 06679 would lose another important member, none other than Kenny Mack. Griswold, real name Kenneth Barber, the very person rumored to have been behind the murder of Obama. A few days later, photojournalists would capture the scene where Kenny had been killed, where his friends had left him a memorial. One of the images capturing the tribute messages left for him by his friends. One of these messages saying simply, R.I.P. Kenny, CWBAS, IMCPDK, F. Obama. However, unlike so many murders in Chicago, this one would ultimately be solved, as the law enforcement would eventually charge a man named Anthony Bradley, also known in the streets as Capone from Drove City, or specifically a faction called Snow Block, which were affiliated with the TYMB. Capone would end up receiving a massive 55-year sentence, but would eventually move on to the retrial, and he would seemingly end up receiving a much shorter, year sentence, for which he would end up serving about half, and he's seemingly been released on parole. The killing of Kenny would hit Griswold hard, and members such as Jay Boogie continued keeping his memory alive throughout the years. But the death of Kenny wouldn't only affect the older guys already heavily in the streets, because Jeff himself, who was only 11 years old at the time, would later tell during Instagram Live how he would witness Kenny's murder firsthand, even admitting that this had likely messed his head up.
All that money. Hey, Jug, on my dead grandma, you gonna have him that shit in the cell phone. I get a little bit out. It's real. Down there, Kenny Mack, I was there. I witnessed that. We was by the lake. I think as a demon, I've been thought that's probably what it was. I feel like they found my house.
Perhaps this was truly the first of many life-altering experiences that would affect the young little Jeff, and ultimately eventually push him towards the life of violence and then end up costing him his life. But 2013 would also mark the moment when the Griswold members, including Jay Boogie, would end up getting heavily involved in the music scene, likely influencing Jeff to do the very same thing, as well as seemingly starting a new clique, taking Jeff, who also eventually end up joining years later. That clique would of course be BloodHound.
Find your soulmate. Meet that, and then Clea believes he's got Bruna is his soulmate.
Bruno's the best companion. He's always by my
But
side.
is Bruna able to discuss sports and movies with you? Let me introduce you to Bravo Day. Is at your service to help you find a human soulmate.
Bruno, let's write the first message.
Messages, letters, try to find some time for Bruna after all of that, man.
Get those likes up.
Connect with 4,000 plus women on Bravo Day. Click below.
Get those likes up.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great workout. Because your membership is packed with perks. Join today for $1 down on 29.
What y'all doing?
Cancel anytime.
Beat the heat with these cool summer savings. Hurry, deal ends August 15th.
Going into 2013, the Chicago drill music scene was reaching its peak, propelled by the immense popularity of Chief Keef. But while other up-and-coming drill artists were largely keeping the similar dark and violent themes that made the genre popular, both lyrically and sonically, Chief Keef himself, who was now living a good life in a rich suburb just outside of Chicago, and surrounded by all the lean and loud he could possibly consume, would quickly begin to experiment with the sound, cranking his auto-tune settings to the max, while beginning to add much more melodic elements to his rapping, combined with an often heavy slurring, likely partially caused by his increasing consumption of that prescription suppressor.
Hey, y'all gotta get these likes up. What's going on? Y'all gotta get these likes up.
The elements from this earlier
Hold on, I'm about to pause this. Y'all playing with me. Hey, y'all playing. What's up, y'all? What's up? Cause we need to get these likes up. It's 11 people up in here. 5 likes. We gotta get these likes up. We gotta get these likes up, y'all. Y'all bogus. Ain't nobody else bringing y'all this type of content. And now it's gonna be 10 p.m. Look at the content I'm coming with. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all gotta stop playing. Y'all gotta give me the 500. Y'all gotta give me the 500 subscribers, man. Y'all playing. Y'all already know what's up. We trying to get up. We trying to get to 500 subscribers so we can start promoting this channel. I'm not about to start promoting this channel until I get up to 500 subscribers, period. It says, what kind of content is this? Did you see the title when you came in? It's on the title. It should be on the title when you came in. We talking about Trap Lord Ross, and we doing a reaction video to Trap Lord Ross about BloodHound Jeff. Y'all gotta get my subscribers up to 500. I'm at like 488. Get my subscribers up, y'all. I can't find my red phone. I'm mad. So y'all already know I'm mad. You say I'm eating chips. What type of chips you eating? What type of chips you eating? Let's get these likes up. It's 15 people up in here. Let's get the likes up to 15 likes. Nobody can see the title unless they subscribe. That's why y'all gotta subscribe. Did you subscribe, Road to Fame? If you didn't subscribe, hit that subscribe button. We almost at 500 subscribers. Let's go. Let's go. For real. Alright, y'all. We about to get into some things. Y'all following along so far? You scared? Hit that like and sub button and stop fronting. Hit that like and that's what I'm saying, Black Kirby. Black Kirby, they be so crazy, right? But then when I be logging out, look at the views. I already know. You need to keep your lights on, babe. I was keeping the lights off so y'all can see the computer screen. Did y'all make sure y'all went to subscribe though? We almost at 500 subscribers. Let me see what's up. Hold on. Cause y'all playing with me. I can't see it while I'm on here. I can't see it while I'm on here. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. I should probably be able to see it this way. Let's see what subscribers we at right now. Hold on. I'm finna minimize this screen. Where we at? 34 minutes. I'm finna minimize this screen so we can see how many subscribers I got.
By the late 2000s and early 2010s, Atlanta ran trap music with artists and groups such as Roscoe Dash, Travis Porter, Young LA, J Money, as well as of course Future, with inspiration also being taken from prolific producers from the area like DJ Spins, London on the Track.
Hot chips is busting.
These beats eventually got the label.
They is busting. I like hot chips too, especially with cheese. I like Flamin' Hots with cheese so much. Like Flamin' Hots with cheese so far. Let's see. That's crazy though how Trap Lord Ross did a whole documentary about BloodHound Jeff. That's crazy. Get those likes up. 11 people, 11 likes. Come on, y'all. We gotta get these subscribers up. We gotta get these subscribers up. We at 483 right now. We gotta get this up to 500. Y'all stalling on the 500? Hey, Black Kirby, I think they stalling on the 500. Cause you know I got to 480 kind of quick. I think they stalling on the 500. What you think? That's what that is. Y'all stalling on this 500, huh? Yep. Crazy word. This my page. That's my page, y'all. Yeah. Y'all gotta get me up to 500 subscribers. Says my dog ate one of my chips. Y'all crazy in here. Alright, y'all. I'm about to exit out and come back in. We just talked about BloodHound Jeff. We did a reaction video to the Trap Lord Ross video. So now I'm about to come back and talk about Julio Fulio, okay? So I'm about to exit out. I'm going to come back in like 3 minutes. See me there or be square.